Hey everyone, so here I've got a salon redesign on my cousin's nails, and this is using comic knots and also some of my Chameleon pigments. So I've started off and I filed off her previous set down to a very thin layer, done all my prep and prime, and then I'm just coming in and putting on a base of clear acrylic. Then coming in, using a bit of CJP Black Magic from the cuticle area and pulling down. Almost painting with this because I just want this as a nice a nice coloured base. And I'm happy with that. I'm just tapping my wet brush into the glitter and then tapping that over that black. Don't even let it set in place a bit. On to the next nail. This nail I had just done a quick maintenance from the base, so just taken away any lifting, and then I've just infilled it because I'm putting a Chameleon pigment over that. Moved on to the next nail, putting down that base of clear acrylic and then using a small bead of wet clear acrylic to pick up the glitter, and then placing it on the nail and then just nudging it round with the tip of my brush, getting it into place, making sure there's a good coverage. And then I'm going back to that pinky and I'm going to cap that all in crystal glass. So starting at the cuticle area and pulling forward, and this is when I think about the structure and strength of that nail, making sure there's a nice apex. And the more I do with my brush, the less I then need to do with my file. And the same with the full glitter nail. Coming in cuticle area and pulling down, tapping that acrylic forward, making sure all of the glitter goes matte, and that way I know that it has all been covered with that acrylic, so that when I file into it I won't be filing into that glitter. So now ready to file, starting sidewall, free edge, cuticle area, and then bulk of the nail. Again, the better you get at your application, the less filing you need to do, making sure I look at that nail from all angles, getting a nice evenly filed, balanced nail. Now I'm going to be using my Accents Black on as my base for my Chameleon pigments. Just applying one coat to that accent nail that I want to put the Chameleon pigment on. And then I'm popping that in the lamp for 60 seconds and then using my silicone tool, turning in, getting a tiny bit of that pigment up and then rubbing that with a firm pressure onto that tack-free layer. My pigment brush and just brushing off any excess powder, then coming on with my CJP LED top coat, putting my first coat on and curing for 30 seconds. I only do a partial cure so that the second coat will adhere correctly, and then coming in, placing the first coat on the glitter nails. That makes those comic dots really pop, and then second coat on top of the pigment. Sorry, you can tell I'm not very well and my brain's a bit of mush because I can't get my words right. I struggle to get my words right when I'm feeling well, so definitely struggling at the moment. Okay, and when that's all set, I'm coming in, ooh, nicely out of focus there, and I'm using some Crystal Nails Baroque gel in shiny gold, and I'm just adding just a few like little comma flicks along that nail, just to add a little bit of extra colour, and I just wanted that gold to really pull the dots and the Chameleon pigment together, so all the colours are the same kind of across those nails. And then curing that in my LED lamp for 90 seconds. And then when we're all cured and done, popping on a little bit of cuticle oil. So there we have it. And here we have a video to show just the range of colours on those Chameleon pigments. So thanks for tuning in. Any questions, comments or requests, just pop them below. See you later guys.